Welcome. You are safe here. Allow your body to settle into the comfort of this moment. We begin our journey now, following the path of the quiet keeper, a journey of stillness and light. Release your thoughts and simply listen to the rhythm of the wind. The cabin and the lantern. The quiet keeper lives high on a northern bluff, in a small, smooth cabin built from stones gathered long ago. It is a place of absolute, soft silence. Inside, the air is warm and smells faintly of dry pine and clean linen. Every evening, as the shadows lengthen and the light softens to the color of distant honey, the keeper performs a single, simple ritual. They reach for the iron lantern that hangs beside the window. Its glass is thick and clean, waiting patiently for its purpose. The keeper moves slowly, with a steady, unhurried grace. They open the small brass latch, take the small wick, and measure out a perfect amount of pure, clear oil. The oil pours with a thick, quiet sound, a sound of certainty and preparation. Everything done in this cabin is done with intention, with absolute calm. Now the flint strikes the steel. Just once, a tiny spark blooms into a small, steady flame. The flame is contained behind the thick glass. It glows a soft, unwavering heart of light. The lantern is ready. The journey is about to begin. Path of smooth stones. The keeper steps out of the cabin, closing the door behind him with a gentle click. The outside air is cool, clean, and carries the distant, soft sound of the sea. In their hand, the lantern casts a small, circular pool of warm light on the path directly ahead. This path is not rough. It is made of smooth, flat stones, worn smooth by centuries of wind and careful footsteps. Each step is predictable, gentle, and slow. Feel the rhythm now. Left step, pause, the light moves. Right step, pause, the light moves again. The journey is entirely about this rhythm. The path winds slightly downhill, lined on both sides by soft, low moss. The moss acts as a sound dampener, absorbing any stray noise. The world beyond the circle of light simply does not exist. The purpose of the walk is not haste, but presence. The purpose is to carry the light safely to its destination. With every smooth step, feel your own breathing sink to the keeper's steady pace. In and out, left step, right step. Winding wall. The path eventually meets a low, curving stone wall. This wall is not a barrier. It is a guide. It runs alongside the path for a long, quiet distance, built from the same gray, smooth stones as the cabin. As the keeper walks, their hand runs lightly over the top of the wall. The stones are cool and slightly damp with the evening dew. This touch provides a subtle, calming tactile sensation. They can feel the texture of the old mortar, the soft roundness of the moss that fills the crevices. There are no rushing thoughts here, only the sensation of the stone passing beneath the fingertips. This wall has stood through countless nights, steady and unmoved. It offers a promise of continuity and stillness. The journey continues, one quiet footfall after another, accompanied only by the soft, unwavering glow of the lantern and the steady resistance of the winding wall. Nothing is hurried, nothing is unexpected. first rest point. The winding wall finally opens into a small, sheltered clearing. This is the first rest point. Here, the keeper pauses for a moment of quiet appraisal. They set the lantern down carefully upon a large, flat, moss-covered boulder. The flame continues to burn steady, casting dancing shadows only on the surrounding moss and the curved stone wall. The air here is still and protected. The keeper's eyes close for just a moment. They listen only to the far-off, rhythmic sound of the ocean waves breaking, a huge, steady sound that acts as the anchor for the entire world. This sound is too far away to be startling, but close enough to be reassuring. They feel their bodies settling, growing heavier and warmer against the cool, quiet night. This pause is intentional. It confirms the path is safe, the light is strong, and the rhythm is secure. The journey continues. The keeper takes a lantern, the gentle light returning to its place on the path ahead. The way forward now opens up to the soft, slight incline of the hill, the ascent to the clearing. The second section of the path is wider, covered not in smooth stones, but in fine, soft soil mixed with tiny, smooth pebbles. Each step sinks slightly, cushioning the movement. The pace slows almost imperceptibly, required by the gentle upward slope. The keeper is now surrounded by the sound of the night, but they are all soft sounds. A quiet, soft hush of the wind in the high, unseen branches. The faint, rhythmic sweep of the light from the tall tower at the distant harbor. Everything is peaceful motion. This steady, repetitive work is calming. There's only the lantern, the path, and the quiet movement of the feet. Left step sinks slightly, right step sinks slightly. This rhythm is your rhythm now. You are walking with the keeper, your breathing matching their steady ascent. The grove of whispering pines. The path enters a small grove of low, ancient pines. They are old and bent by the coastal winds, but they stand firm. The lantern light catches the texture of the rough bark, the dark, rich color of the wood. As the wind passes through the long, thin needles of the pines, they create a soft, continuous, almost white noise sound, a constant, soothing edge that wraps around the listener. It is a natural lullaby, a sound of perfect, undisturbed atmosphere. The keeper walks here for a long time, held within the soft, enveloping sound. All sharp edges of thought are smoothed away by the whispering pines. There's only the light, the path, and the continuous, gentle sound of the wind through the needles. The keeper is simply a presence within this peaceful, natural quiet. The second rest point and the view. The grove opens up onto a wide, flat ledge. The keeper stops here, raising the lantern slightly higher. The sea is now visible far below, stretching out into the vast, dark horizon. This is a moment of pure, silent appreciation for the immense quiet of the world. The only movement is the slow, silent passage of the highest clouds and the distant, rhythmic crash of the waves far down below. The keeper feels the cool, clean air on their face and listens to the utter stillness. They are alone, but not lonely. They are performing a necessary, quiet task that connects them to the stability of the entire coast. This deep, profound stillness is a gift. Allow your mind to become as wide and as still as the horizon. The basket and the purpose. The keeper carries a small, smooth willow basket woven long ago. They set the lantern down and reach into the basket. It holds several small, precious items. They take out a handful of smooth, river-polished stones, each one perfectly round and cool to the touch. These are the quiet stones. They are the purpose of the journey. One by one, the keeper places the quiet stones into a small, weathered wooden bowl set on the ledge. The stones click softly against the wood, a soft, comforting sound of accountability. Click, pause, click, pause. Each stone represents a worry left behind, a thought that no longer needs to be held. The keeper counts them slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The light of the lantern shines on the smooth, quiet surface of the stones. The bowl is full, the duty done. The keeper retrieves the empty basket and the lantern, turning now for familiar descent. The final segment of the journey is always easier, a slow release of effort. The descent and the stars. Walking downhill requires only gravity, not effort. The pace is slow, sure and relaxed. The smooth stones of the path reappear, making the footing predictable and easy. Now, the keeper looks up. The sky is a vast, profound blanket of velvet dark, scattered with tiny, distant pinpricks of light. They are ancient, calm, and utterly reliable. The stars do not hurry, nor do they compete. They simply are. As you walk, look up at the keeper and notice the deep, unchanging quiet of the universe. The stars remind us that our small human efforts are part of a vast, timeless order. This order is safe and it is peaceful. There is nothing to do now but observe and descend. The return of the familiar. The keeper passes the winding wall once more. This time, the cool stones offer a sense of welcome, a quiet familiarity. The wall guides the final steps toward the soft glow waiting ahead, the light spilling from the cabin window. This is the quiet joy of return, the knowledge that a warm, secure place is waiting, the feeling of the simple ritual being completed perfectly. The body is tired, but the mind is utterly still. Every sense is focused on the quiet relief of being almost home. The rhythmic sound of the soft, distant ocean is now joined by the increasingly clear sound of the tiny, contained fire in the cabin fireplace. Two warm sounds, the sea and the hearth. Final piece, an extinguished flame. The quiet keeper is home. They step inside, the warmth immediately enveloping them. The door closes gently, shutting out the last trace of night air. The final act is the simplest, extinguishing the lantern. The keeper opens a latch, and with a careful puff of breath, the steady flame disappears. The wick smokes for a moment and then stops. Silence. The lantern is placed back on its hook, clean and empty, waiting patiently for the next day. The keeper moves to the small, smooth bed. They are heavy, warm, and perfectly relaxed. The mind is clear, the ritual is complete, and the light is safely contained until morning. You are safe here now, too. The rhythm of your breathing is slow and deep. The sounds of the world are far away. There's only the warmth, the quiet, and the gentle knowledge that everything is exactly as it should be. Rest now. Sleep well. Good night. Narrator is completely silent. The deep ambient drone and the soft, steady crackle of the fireplace continue, slowly fading over the next few minutes to ease the listener into deep sleep. The bowl is full, the duty done. The keeper retrieves the empty basket and the lantern, turning now for familiar descent. The final segment of the journey is always easier, a slow release of effort. The descent and the stars. Walking downhill requires only gravity, not effort. The pace is slow, sure, and relaxed. The smooth stones of the path reappear, making the footing predictable and easy. Now, the keeper looks up. The sky is a vast, profound blanket of velvet dark, scattered with tiny, distant pinpricks of light. They are ancient, calm, and utterly reliable. The stars do not hurry, nor do they compete. They simply are. As you walk, look up at the keeper and notice the deep, unchanging quiet of the universe. The stars remind us that our small human efforts are part of a vast, timeless order. This order is safe and it is peaceful. There is nothing to do now but observe and descend.